I'll just put it to you plain and simple. From the moment you come to this earth, they tell you the matrix is the only reality there is. That's the moment that you become disconnected from your higher self. And then that's when the abuse starts, and the ridicule and the insults and all the emotional drama and trauma and physical abuse and violence and all that stuff adds up, man. That all adds up. It accumulates. Then you become dependent on this system. And then you become addicted to it and obsessed over it. And then that's when you're driven so far down into it, you don't know any other way. You know? And then along comes a video like this to say, hey, guess what? When you came here, they deliberately misdirected you to go to the left when you should have been going straight the whole time. You missed your mark. You missed your cue. You're going the wrong way. They gave you deliberate wrong directions in order to take you where they wanted your energy to go, and that's towards their system. That's exactly the reason why when children arrive on earth, they cry. Because they just have been ripped from their home in heaven, and they don't want to come here. You know, that's just straight truth. And then when you get a little older and you're a kid and you have your imaginary friend, those aren't imaginary friends. Those are spirits and guides and guardians and angels that guard you and watch you. And you can see them because the eyes of children can see the souls. The eyes of the adults can only see the illusions of the matrix. That's all they see. So there you go. The moment you came here, they lied to you and they didn't tell you who and what you really are, your powers and your abilities and all of those things. Because they don't want you to know. Because if you know, then you're going to activate them and use them. And why would they want that? Because that doesn't fare in their favor. That does not work in their best interests. So the moment you come to this earth, they tell you, hey, welcome to the world. Guess what? Go there, make a left, and go through that door. And that's all there is here. There's nothing else. And you're a little kid. You don't know. So off you go. And then you're going to get your mind filled with all of the same nonsense. And that's what formulates the foundation of the rest of your life. You know, that's your programming mechanism, so to speak, your operating system, your software, your narrative. That's your library that you refer to as your identity, your information, your awareness, your instructions, your experiences. That's all you have. That's your go-to. That's your only go-to. And they put it there. Now imagine if you came to this world and they say, hey, welcome, you know, unlimited transformative potential alchemist. You can manifest anything. Just keep going straight. And this is, you know, whatever you want it to be. And they never lied to you and they told you the truth about everything and they didn't feed you poison in the food and poison the water and poison the air and poison your mind. You know, imagine what kind of world that would be. There would be no small groups controlling the large group because everybody would be united. It all would be one. It wouldn't be a utopia, of course not, but it wouldn't be this. It would not be a fiat-based, debt-based currency system, you know, absolutely not. You know, where you're making $12 an hour before taxes and the CEO of Amazon's making $300 million a day tax-free. He's got a $500 million yacht, you know. He pays himself in dividends. Seriously, you know, it wouldn't be that. It would be a level playing field where everyone would get an equal portion of the pie. There would be no upper class or middle class or lower class. As a matter of fact, there is no more middle class. I have personally witnessed over the last three decades the systematic elimination of the American middle class because Brazil is the paradigm, you know, and pretty soon they want China to be the paradigm where you're going to be making $1 a day and living in a mud hut and be happy with that, you know, while they're making $500 million an hour tax-free. You know, that isn't the way the universe intended it to be. So I'm just telling you, the moment you came here, you were pulled from your high vibrational higher self and plugged into this matrix. And that's why you're unhappy and discouraged and upset and, you know, everything, miserable, depressed, suicidal, perhaps even homicidal. I have no idea, you know, and that's what causes you to experience these things. And that's why you're flooded with them. Demonic entities, dark presence, all of this stuff. That's what comes when you plug into that system. They did it to you deliberately. You imagine if there's a crowd outside, you know, there's like 100,000 people outside and they're waiting to get inside this arena. And they're all asking, okay, where's the show? Where's the show? Oh, just go to your left. And it's down the hall and the first door, just go right through that door. And they're like, okay, everybody gets super excited that that's where the show is. They don't know what they're actually heading towards, their own demise, because they've been lied to. You know, they've been deliberately given the wrong directions and the wrong information and the wrong everything. Because when you are given the wrong directions, you can always get lost. When you're given the wrong information, you're always going to be clueless. When you're given useless tools, you're not going to be able to accomplish anything of substance in life. You see how they equip you with things that are useless, but they make you think that they're actually something viable, just like your rights and democracy, which is an illusion, and your freedom, which is an illusion. But then they tell you, the price of freedom, you have to fight for it. The price of freedom isn't free. Really? Why don't you go look at the first four letters of the word freedom, and that's what will tell you the cost of it. It's free. It's right there. But because they told you that it has a price and a cost, you believe that freedom isn't free because you believe everything they say. Why don't you do yourself a great favor today? Plug back into your higher self, stay in your sacred space, and just see this world as it is. It's just as an illusionary projection. Background objects, background noise, background energies, background experiences, like a video game. Don't pay it any mind. When something gets close to you, be cognizant of the proximity of their energy in relation to yours without being concerned with what they want. Meaning, if they're impatient and they want you out of the way, don't give them any mind, man. Don't allow that energy to transfer to you, because then it's going to control you. And then you're not in control of your own life. And that's when you're going to become even more miserable. Trust me.